All right, what's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Just got back from Stamford Bridge. Obviously, it's drawn 2-2. And you got to say, it's an absolute robbery, daylight robbery at Stamford Bridge today. And, you know, first 5 minutes, I thought we came out. I thought we were starting to play really well. And I thought, look, we got something here today. Maybe we can take the 3 points. But Chelsea took the domination, really took control after 5-10 minutes, and didn't really change up until Conte made those changes in the second half to make it 4-4-2. And then we did seem to get a bit of control back, but in that period, I mean, Conte changed that at 20 minutes to go, half an hour to go, something like that,
about around the hour mark.
yeah. And then, like, in between then, from 5 minutes up until the 60th minute, it was all Chelsea. And we were lucky, we were really lucky to get away with one today. But you got to give credit to the boys for fighting till the end, sticking with it, showing that mentality, that never say die attitude, and really getting something right at the end.
Yeah, I think in terms of performance, it was really, I think we probably expected better, especially given how we'd start the season, everything, and you know how we know we can play under Conte. But I think there definitely are some positives to take away from today, not disregarding a great point away at Stamford Bridge. I think, for me, I think it was a proper tactical battle today.
Oh yeah, it was like a game of chess, wasn't it?
It really was. Throughout the whole game, I think for the first hour, Tuchel was completely running rings around Antonio Conte in the formation we played. He was playing that hybrid 3-5-2 and 4-4-2 system that he played in the Carling Cup semi-final of last season, and he was really doing a number on us. We did struggle, and it was lucky really we were only 1-0 down. Although I would say they had a lot of possession and a lot of control without creating too many clear-cut chances. I mean, would say.
Apart from that Havertz chance which he screwed wide, was there any real clear-cut chances for them?
That was later on, but they had a few. Yeah, they had a few. Yeah, later on, they really did. They had one from Sterling, had one where he blazed it over. Mason Mount had one where he put it wide. They did have quite a few later on, but I would say when it was before Conte made his changes, they didn't have that many clear-cut chances. Then Conte made his changes, brought on Richarlison and brought on who did you bring on with Richarlison, or was it just Richarlison by himself?
He brought on Richarlison, and then Basuma came on a bit later.
Basuma and Perisic together. So I think it must have been just Richarlison then.
Yeah, Richarlison came on his own, and then came on
because he took off Sessegnon, and then he may go into a back four. Then we went 4-4-2. We matched them up, and then it became actually a kind of a game of basketball for about 10 minutes. It was a really end-to-end. They had chances, we had chances, but it was kind of like 50-50 who was going to get the next goal. Now those odds were much better than what 80-20 or something before, you know. So I wouldn't say we controlled the game, but we gained some impetus in the game. Kane had that one-on-one chance. Richarlison was getting in all sorts of positions. Obviously, and then obviously we scored with 20 minutes to go. Højbjerg gets a really nice daisy cutter finish, 1-1, and then Tuchel makes another change. He brings on Azpilicueta. He goes back to a back three.
It swung back, didn't it?
And then it swung completely back in Chelsea's favour. They started getting loads of chances, and I said to you, I turned around and I remember I said to you, if we don't change our formation back to what it was, back to a three at the back soon, Chelsea are going to score. And I think Conte realised that, because stripped off was Basuma and Perisic, ready to come on, ready to go back to a back three. And just as they're going to come on, Reece James scores, literally that second. And I think that was a massive blow to us getting something, because then we were forced into the change anyway. And in fact, in a frustrating way, after Reece James scored, we might be better off sticking with the formation we had because we were more likely to score. But wherever we changed it back to three at the back. And then for the last 10 minutes, I think we did okay. We had a few decent set pieces and whatever. Chelsea obviously had a couple of chances on the counter attack, but I think we did okay for like the last 10 minutes or so. We kind of put the pressure on without really creating much. Richarlison was still causing a nuisance, but whenever we had a set piece, we were looking dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, Davis had that header from a corner, tipped over by Mendy, and then obviously we got the goal in the 96th minute, and so we dug deep, we got the point, and so from that point of view, there were positives, but I think Conte's got to take some criticism for the way he was out-tacticked by Tuchel.
Yeah, no, I can see your point there, but like to go away to Stamford Bridge and to take a point and to be the worst team for the majority of the game, that you know you got to say you got to be happy with the result now, with the way the game went, and you got to be proud as well. For the team showing that never say die attitude at Stamford Bridge. How many times have we been at Stamford Bridge and been the second best team and just been like, oh, it's just Stamford Bridge, we lose here every year? But no, we took away the point today, so I'm proud about that. Let's talk about the goals now, because Koulibaly opens up the scoring 1-0. What the hell? Where's the defence? Where is the defence? I mean, completely free. Completely free.
How can you allow someone to get off a volley inside the penalty area from a corner? Like, how is that even possible? And obviously, it was completely free. You don't expect Koulibaly to bang that volley into the corner. But look, if you give any player in the Premier League time and space in the penalty area to do that, there's a possibility he'll end up at the back of the net, and absolutely did.
What a finish, though!
Unbelievable finish. I don't know what he's thinking. I have to say, I don't know what Tottenham are thinking defensively, like how that is allowed to happen. It's ridiculous. Yeah, but you have to say
then the second goal.
Yeah, we got.
I mean, Højbjerg with a lovely finish into the far post, by the way. But
Great
I mean,
finish.
Richarlison is completely offside, and is he blocking the keeper's view there?
I think he is. I mean, look. I mean, the ball swerves around Richarlison. So how can he not be blocking the keeper's view? Look, the strike was brilliant. I'm not going to complain. I also think we got lucky as well, because just before that, Bentancur completely wipes out Havertz. So for two reasons, that probably could have been disallowed, that goal. So, but the quality of the strike you can't take away from that. Was really good. That was really strong quality. And it was also at a point in the game when we were starting to get some chances. So it wasn't that, at that point, it wasn't completely against the run of play. And I really thought we were going to go on and win it after that, or at least look like the most likely side.
I thought that.
Tuchel had other ideas, and obviously I haven't seen the goal again, the James's goal, but all I remember is him and Loftus-Cheek were completely dominating down that side.
Yeah, but
he was completely free.
James was completely free, but I think if we had three at the back at that time, I don't think that goal happens.
Exactly. So we didn't change it back quick enough, in my opinion, when Tuchel changed it. And so yeah, look, James gets the goal, and then the header in the last minute. I thought Richarlison was the one who scored.
Yeah, we all did. I mean, he ran off like he did score.
Yeah, exactly, and it was so clear and close to him as well. So I was like, okay, Richarlison's got a golden save. But it was Harry Kane, first goal of the season, off and running. Nice header from a corner. Perisic took some nice corners when he came on.
Yeah, he did take some nice corners. I mean, he did lose the ball quite a fair time when he did get on the pitch. But back to that goal a second, because Romero completely pulls down Cucurella by his hair as well for that goal. Are you surprised that that's not chalked off as well?
Just looking at back here, very, very surprised. Really surprised. I'm not sure because there was a VAR incident where they were looking at a red card, so I wasn't sure what's for what.
I think it was that. I think it was that.
So that was the corner before then, so it wasn't for the goal.
Oh, I thought that happened on the corner of the goal.
No, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't?
No.
Oh, so I don't know what the VAR was for then.
That will happen when Davis had that header which was tipped over by Mendy.
Oh, right, okay.
So then there was a VAR check, because we thought we were going to have a penalty, I remember, but obviously it was for Romero. If that VAR check was for that, then obviously there would have been a foul, and we wouldn't have had the second corner, would we? So yeah, you could argue we shouldn't have had that goal. But I think one thing as well was really important to note in terms of why we got the result we did today. Obviously, we were lucky, no doubt about it. We had a big fair share of luck, but we don't get that result today if we didn't have the strength and depth that we have now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that was a display of what a difference our bench can make now compared to last season, where
Richarlison's energy when he came on today, absolutely unbelievable.
And I thought Perisic and Bissouma as well both did really pretty well when they came on the pitch and added something to the team. And I think that just goes to show how much of a difference it can make when you have good quality alternatives, not just personnel wise, but also tactically to change things as well. And that was evidence of that today. But we have to all definitely ask questions about, especially in the first half, why we were so poor against Chelsea, and why as well. We knew that how Chelsea were going to set up in terms of that hybrid system. And why Conte didn't seem to have a plan for it.
At the end of the day, this isn't our first rodeo at Stamford Bridge. This happens to us at Stamford Bridge literally every single year.
But why didn't he have a plan for what Tuchel was going to throw at him? It was a bit. I was a bit surprised. That's why I say why he didn't have a plan. And also, I think he should have changed it immediately at half time. Yeah. I don't know why he waited 15 minutes. Because as soon as he changed it, because 15 minutes of the first half was wasted trying to trying to carry on the same way. But as soon as he changed it, we were creating chances. So I think he should change it a lot quicker, and then he should change it a lot quicker again later on. But it would have forced Tuchel's hand earlier on if we would change it at half time, which it didn't.
In terms of the handbags between Tuchel and Conte, I mean, that was absolutely crazy. Both of them getting sent off, both of them getting booked earlier on as well. But it looked as though that they went to shake hands at the end of the game. Tuchel didn't let go of his hand because he didn't look him in the eyes or something crazy like that.
I love the passion.
But both of them showing absolutely amazing passion. And Conte, I mean, did he deserve to get sent off there, Conte?
Yeah, I don't know what was sending off just because they were shouting at each other. If it was, then I think it was a bit of a nonsense. That was a red card. I think it's just you should put it, unless it was a second yellow because they were booked on 17 minutes. I mean, I've never seen managers get a second yellow before. That would be a first.
Unless it's Jose.
Yeah, exactly. But you have to say, this is why we love football, why we love the Premier League, because of moments like that. It was a classic heat of the moment manager clash, which is what we live for in the Premier League. So it was a brilliant moment. It was great to see Conte standing up for himself, and look, I'm sure Tuchel was really frustrated with the way that they let that lead slip and stuff like that.
So he should be, because you can make an argument for both of those goals to be chalked off. You really can. Daylight robbery, like I said, we completely got away with one, but with our history at Stamford Bridge, you take anything there. It's not
the first time Conte's clashed with managers, is it? On the touch, I remember him and Mourinho once having a really bad clash on the touchline when Mourinho was Man United manager. And Conte does maybe rub some people the wrong way with how he celebrates in his passion and stuff.
Talking about rubbing up people the wrong way, what about Christian Romero with his shithousery of Reece James when we scored that equaliser?
He's brilliant, isn't he?
I love it. Brilliant. I absolutely love it.
Master of the shithouse. Him and Richarlison, we're going to have so many moments like that.
And
this
Conte.
Season. And Conte there as well. But in terms of the point overall, look, you have these games. You can't play amazing every game, you know. Man City have games where they just don't play well, yet they get the result over the line, especially in such a good team as well.
But just take Sir Alex Ferguson's Man United, for example. You know, how many times did they not play well and come through in the last minute, time and time again? And that's what you've got to do as a good team. Even when you're not playing well, you've got to get some sort of points on the board.
Yeah, so I think, look, we can talk about the performance all we want, and we can all acknowledge it wasn't the best performance or we're going to have under Conte. We can perform much better, but we come away with a point. We get the 2-2. I think mentality-wise, it was really good for us. And I think it keeps us on the right path. We stay unbeaten. It keeps the good feeling. And you talk about last-minute goals. How many last-minute goals now is that under Conte? Leicester, Man City.
So many.
Like we have a knack now
Watford,
of digging in all these big games as well. So I'm happy with the result. There's definitely a work to be had with the performance, but I think it was positive overall. I think there's a lot of positives to take from today. Just hopefully going into the season, we can iron out why things were going wrong a lot of the time in the first half. But you've got to give Chelsea credit as well. They were a lot better than a lot of people give them credit for. They really turned up today, and maybe they're going to be a lot of a tougher team than people realise this season going into the season.
I'm not so sure about that, to be honest. I think look, it's hard to say right now because they've only played 2 games, but I do have a feeling that because it was Tottenham, they have risen their game a little bit here. But look, we'll see how it plays out. But we move on. We got Wolves at home next weekend, which is, funnily enough, when you look at last season, these first 3 games, we lost all of them. We lost Southampton at home, we lost Chelsea away, and we lost Wolves at home, and then we're unbeaten out of the 2. So when you're looking at it as simplistic as that, we've gained 4 points on last season.
Yeah, so. Just look, going away to a top 6 team and gaining a point, you know, that's for me 2 points taking off Chelsea. More importantly, so I think it's a positive result. Really, it continues our positive start to the season for me, and let's hope we can maybe challenge for something important this season.
All right, like I said, we move on to Wolves next week. We'll be back in the studio tomorrow for player ratings and 5 takeaways and a live stream as well. So thank you everyone for joining us today. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.